What's good, Panther Nation? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on, one time.
There you go with them damn hands again.
Crab.
All right, y'all. Crab. Okay. Day 5 of the training camp is in the books. All right. So we just got a few things we want to talk about. Recap the day. So Tony, you go ahead and go first.
Well, the main thing, like yesterday, I watched the trenches. I was focusing on the offensive line and defensive line, but today it was about the wide receivers and the defensive back. And there was a couple undrafted rookies, defensive backs that stood out to me today. I think that Mark Milton had a very good day in coverage. I also want to mention that Keith Taylor, the interception that he had covering Ian Thomas. In the corner of the end zone, you know, I think it was Andy Dalton that threw that pass. No, that was Bryce. That was Bryce, right? And
hey, hold on, not to cut you off. Hey, Keith Taylor, where was that last year? Okay, continue.
Shade.
Full curtain.
Yeah, and J.C. Horn almost had an interception of Bryce Young in the back of the end zone. They were practicing the red zone drills. But before I get off of them, one thing I noticed about the red zone drills, it's not no typical red zone drills that they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like being at a certain yardage. So say if it's at the 28-yard line, they probably have about 4 or 5 plays that they're going to run from the 28-yard line on in. Then they're moving like 3 or 4 yards, and there's 4 or 5 plays that they have scripted that they will run from that position. So it seems to me like everything is dedicated and has a specific play calling in mind, depending on the yardage, down the distance. So I observed and peeped that today. So that really stood out to me. But what about you, CJ? What was your focus on today?
Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. When the offensive defensive linemen went together in their drills, I got up, walked over there to the top of the hill next to the bushes and made sure I got some really good clips. My boy Brady Christensen, who I
don't do that.
Who I hilariously trolled yesterday and said he took a ride from Arkansas to Rhode Island. If you haven't seen that clip, go back and watch the video from yesterday.
I think he's back today.
Yeah, I promise you won't regret it. But he looked good today.
Yes,
saw him today against Shy Tuttle. He held his own. Shout out to North Carolina A&T's own Ricky Lee. Ricky Lee looked pretty good. He held his own too. Now, mind you, he wasn't going against everybody on the starting unit I saw, but from what I did see, he was definitely holding his own. Brian Burns and Icky were going at it, and let me tell you, I think once everything kind of starting to get rolling, you know, Icky gonna be back to being Icky, and I think he's gonna be better than he was last year.
Okay.
But they had a few rounds at it. Bryce Young, it looked like he took yesterday personal.
Yeah.
It really like he took yesterday personal.
I would say so.
Yeah. I mean, he was throwing dimes. He was throwing some lovely passes. Hayden Hurst, Terrace Marshall Jr. He threw touchdowns in that red zone simulation on back-to-back plays to DJ Chark. He did have one interception, and I think it was a combination of Keith Taylor being in excellent position and the ball being slightly behind Ian Thomas.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to not give Bryce any blame for this one. Once we went back and looked at the tape, the ball looked like it was slightly behind, but it was funny. It was funny because, you know, me and Tony joked before we started filming this, you know, that had been Hayden Hurst, he probably would have caught that. But
that's CJ. That was CJ's idea. I just want full stop. Full stop.
Okay. But Bryce was on point today. He was really on point, and he would have had even more completions. But let me see. Terrace Marshall did catch a ball, and Mark Milton did come behind him at the last minute, and he stripped the ball and knocked it away from him. Mingo dropped the pass as well, and also Spencer Brown dropped a pass that probably would have been a touchdown down in the red zone simulation. Okay. And speaking of another running back, Raheem Blackshear, I think that he is poised He's making a lot of plays out there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go so far as to say that he's on the hunt for that running back 2 spot.
Yeah, I would definitely concur with that one.
Yeah. He's making plays. And I mean, running the ball, receiving the ball. I mean, you see him back there on punt return.
Being a willing blocker.
Picking
up blitzes,
So,
which is paramount in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, he look like he's out there trying to do it all. And I mean, and you know, Chuba better be on his A game, or he gonna be in number 3.
But before we switch topics, I do want to reiterate with that Bryce Young situation. Today showed me exactly what you want to see out of your rookie quarterback. Mm-hmm. If they have a so-so day or even a bad day, how do he bounce back? You know, can he forget about the day before? Can he forget about the play before? Can he forget about the last incomplete pass? Can he forget about the last interception and learn from it and move forward? Mm-hmm. And today you could definitely see that, okay, yesterday wasn't his best day, but he came out today firing on all cylinders. So I'm definitely impressed with him. I'm not concerned about the interceptions that he's throwing in practice. This is day 5 of training camp. And I want people to understand that the offense and the defense are learning totally new schemes on both sides of the ball.
That part.
We're playing the 3-4 defense, and we learn a whole new offense. Mm-hmm. Very familiar players that we had last year, but they're all learning new schemes. Exactly. And it all takes time. So I need some people to pump their brakes, be a little patient, let this thing evolve, and come preseason, going into week 1, then I think that would be a true test to see exactly what we got and where we at. But that's all I get.
Stop putting the buggy in front of the horse.
Stop putting the buggy in front of the horse.
You heard that here first, folks.
Facts.
All right. Well, you know what, folks? Sad to say that today was me and Tony's last day together at training camp. Let's see, you didn't have to do all that. But
okay, I'm sorry.
We'll be at Fan Fest, but he's got to catch a flight out of here Thursday. And Lord have mercy, I got to get back to being an adult. I got to go back to work on Thursday. So, but we will still keep you up to date with everything we hear and see as far as training camp goes. We're going live this Saturday at 1 o'clock. So we encourage everybody to join us, hop on the stream with us, talk some football, and just enjoy.
And if you like our content, please hit that subscribe button. Join the family. We try to go live every Saturday between 1 and 2 o'clock, like CJ mentioned. And we want anybody that's a Panther fan to join us. And even if you're not a Panther fan and you like to talk football, come chop it up with us. That's what we do. We'll welcome anybody, open invitation, and just let us know. All right?
But make sure you come with some decent topics, okay?
Facts. Don't come with that BS, because I will call you out. All right? Don't. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Like I always say, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, turn those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. And as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding.